Hey there, how are you doing? It's been a minute out here, and I'm super excited that you are still on this journey with me. Today we are on day 6. Yay, exciting, isn't it? Okay, so today, day 6, we are leveling up with our networks. Now, there's this saying that your network determines your net worth, and then the Bible talks about how that we really need to sieve our association as the assimilation process. If caution is not in place, can be disastrous. So, evil communication corrupts good manners. So, and then there's this popular saying that if you're surrounded by five billionaires, you are most likely to be the sixth. Well, I'm really wondering how true that is. Well, let's all take a minute and pause and think about it. How true is it that if you are surrounded by five millionaires, you could be or you will be the sixth millionaire? Do we gain wealth by assimilation or by association? I want you to think about it. But bad company corrupts good character. Now, you may be wondering, well, how is networking different from relationships? Well, in relationships, your intentions are genuine, and sincerely speaking, in networking, your intentions should be genuine as well. The difference is that with networking, the furtherance of your career, the scaling of your business is the focus of your networking. Networking does not necessarily mean there is a place for personal relationship. It's actually interacting with others to develop professional or social contact. It's not really building a friendship. Can you meet friends through networking? Absolutely. You can meet people through networking, and you can even have great relationships through networking. But the main aim of networking is to further your career and further your business. And so that's why we're taking this conversation a day after talking about our business and our careers and talking about scaling, because part of scaling is your network, because your network determines your net worth. Your network determines your net worth. So your intentionality in building your network will determine the growth and the outcome of your net worth. So, the first thing, if we want to begin with networking, is asking, who are you? This is an identity question. What are your core values? What are the things that are important to you, right? What are the things that are valuable to you? What makes you you? Whose are you? Questions like that. Answer that question. Who are you? Because everyone can be a part of your network, but that doesn't mean that you forget who you are, else your assimilation or your relationship with them will change the course of your persona. And it is very, very important that we are paying attention to who we're supposed to be and who we are representing per time. Secondly, who do you help and how do you help them? So you must know, to know who needs to be in your space, you need to know what you do. So you need to know what you have to know what you're missing. So if you know who you help and how you help them, and then why you help them, then it would help you build networks that are in the same core value motto as you are. And then it helps you build relationships that would sustain your mandate, sustain your vision, sustain your intention, so that relationships are not just a I use you, you use me, I need you, you don't need me. How if I don't need you, then I give up on you. I think it was Messi Chuo that posted God deliver us from people that are being strategic with us when we're being genuine. So the intention of that is that there are certain people that are seeing you as a ladder to scale, a ladder of influence. So for example, for me as a leader, most people that I have personal relationships with don't post my pictures on a um frequent times. They don't post my pictures frequently. When they do, Their honor is sincere because they not just post on their status, but they actually show in their actions that they honor. But there are certain people that don't know me personally, they know of me. And so when they run into me outside at the airport or in meetings, we take pictures, and 2 seconds later, I'm tagged on Instagram. And that's not bad in itself. But I feel that if you knew me, you would know that I'm a very private person. I don't want people to know where I am per time. I don't want people to know what I'm doing per time. And so because I'm a private person, you can post it at a later date. You say, oh, look who I ran into and all that. You don't need to come and post and start saying, oh, I ran into her at the airport today. And then I'll start getting messages. Oh, you are traveling. Where are you going to? And all of that. You see? So that's where relationship and networking is different. This person is using me to get more like small followers, or to say I know a Rejoice Azuka. You see the difference in relationship. So you must know that difference. Do you have a good network? Describe your current network. Now, if I had to say choosing your network, I choose my network in three ways. Number one is people that I can help, who can give me mileage in the sense of my clients, people that I'm helping. And then there are my colleagues in my field. So my clients, my colleagues or my contemporaries, and what I call my climbers. My climbers are people who I can scale with, or who can partner with me to scale, or who can talk to me about scaling. And so I may have a friend who is a business whiz, and they know somebody that can invest into my business. That's my climber. That person is helping me to elevate my network. So I want you to think of your network in terms of your clients, the people that you're helping, your colleagues, and your climbers. And I want you to describe it. Do you have clients? Do you have, that's the people that you're serving with whatever service you prefer, whether it's a business service or a career service. So I say maybe you work with Nigerian immigration, the people that you serve are the general Nigerian populace. And sometimes they are rich people, sometimes they are poor people, sometimes you meet every kind of person. And then there is now that place where your colleagues, the people that you work with in the same office, so when things are going on around the office, they can give you a heads up to say, oh, this is happening, this is why it's happening, this is, and all of that. So you have those people in your space. That's the second category. Then your climbers are maybe a boss, the HOD of your unit or something that you have a relationship with, and you honor, and you genuinely are, you're not kissing them to kiss all over their feet and just pretend, but you genuinely honor them, and you genuinely see them as a mentor at work, or somebody that you look up to at work, a coach, somebody that you can pay to gain access. So when it comes to climbers, you enter into their circle through several means. So number one, you can serve your way into their circle. Number two, you can pay your way into their circle. So you pay for a course that they are launching, you pay for a book that they have written, and then you, number three, you enter into it through other relationships. So, for example, a colleague could take you to a dinner party, and this is very popular outside of Nigeria. I don't really know if this is house parties where networking is done on a low key level and a high key level is known, and then things like angel investing. So I may know somebody who is looking to invest into a startup tech company, and then if you pitch your tech idea to me, I can say, well, I don't really understand what you're saying, but I know somebody that can help you. So you see, relationships help you to get those. So those three things are three major entrances into a climber space. But many people don't realize that sometimes we just want to go in because we feel we are entitled to their time. Not so. Most of the circles that I entered into them through relationships, through praying for them, or through serving for them. So some of the access that I have today with top ministers, I was serving as for one of the ministers, not as a network, but in the place of relationship. And because of that relationship, then I got to network with other people who now I've built a relationship with. So they recommend me for opportunities and all of that. And then what are your characteristics of a good network? What makes a good network? How do you what do you think a good network should be all about? And then these are questions that you really should ask yourself and and think about on a large scale. What do I need that will make my network a network? Right? Because the truth is this, I was thinking about this while recording this video, just right before recording these videos, that some of the access that I have today, there are certain offices I go to and I never have to wait. For example, the day I went to go and get my passport done, um I didn't have to wait in a queue. I didn't have to, because my dad knew somebody in that office. So I used my father's relationship to enter into those places. So what kind of relationships are we building today so that our children will not have to wait in queues, or will have special preferences given to them because of who we are or what we've done for people in time past? Now, do you understand the importance of network? So, how many people should you strongly engage and build connections with? Remember, you cannot have a relationship with the whole world. You're not MTN. Now, MTN, although they call themselves best connection, we all know how sometimes MTN messes you up. So, how do you strongly engage and build strong connections? And then, how often do you engage your network? Do you engage them? How often do you engage them? And then, how has COVID impacted your ability to build and sustain networks across the globe? Now you can send somebody an Instagram DM. Now you can register for a free course with somebody, get on their mailing list, respond to their mailing list long enough that they chat you up, send you a message, feature you, stuff like that. So, how has COVID impacted your ability? Some of us are shy in person, but very vocal on social media. How is that possible? How are we doing it? How are we getting it done? And then I want to ask you about your brand perception. Your brand is people's experience when they come in contact with you. When I ask about your brand perception, is what are people's opinions when they come in contact with you? Do they think you're opinionated, you're loud, you're rude? What do people say about you when you're not in the room? One of the ways that you get to know that is what's people's body postures when you walk into the room. Another thing is, ask somebody in the room, ask someone who was in the room right before you walked in, hey, what do you think about my brand? What do you think about me? And all of that. And in the December masterclass, that's the position to elevate masterclass that we're going to be having in December, I am going to be talking to you about positioning your brand to elevate in 2023. I'll be giving you tips and keys to build your brand consistently every day in 2023. I believe it's currently on sale for 5,000 naira. You should get in that room. And there are other courses that you may be able to get, like the Mindset Reset course or the End of the Year Masterclass, and you get into that course for free. I believe that that course is now available. All right. So, and then finally, I think this video is quite long, but I'm going to try and wrap it up here. Write your elevator pitch. This elevator pitch is so important. So, if I put you in an elevator with Dangote for 2 minutes, what do you say to him to get his attention, keep his attention, and sustain that relationship? What can you say to him in 2 minutes that will have him interested enough in you to book an appointment? So start with who you are, what you do, how you do it, explain your results, what makes you unique. Then edit what you've written, add a good conversation starter at the beginning, and talk about it in 1 minute without going too fast. Without going too fast or too slow and losing their attention. Remember, an elevator goes fast. So you have 1 minute to be able to sufficiently say what you want to say and get their attention long enough to build relationship and to get going. So I want you to put out your elevator pitch, everybody. Put it out. And then guess what? maybe if I can get my team members to remind me of this, but maybe on the last, after the last day, after the 10th day, day 11, we'll do an Instagram live, and then we're going to have people present their elevator pitch on an Instagram live, and the top two people will get access to the position to elevate masterclass for free. So prepare it, and then if you're interested on going live with us on Instagram, send a message to Kingmakers Global Academy's official line on WhatsApp, and then we will see what we can do. So until I come your way next time, bye guys, take care, and sorry that this video is extra long.